So on my way down to Orlando, Florida for NatCon, the National Conservative Conference, which is where I am right now, obviously, we are filming on the road here. Lots of fun, lots of adventure. I talked earlier in the week about the travel nightmare that not just I, but many people, I think 15 speakers at this conference have been delayed or had their flights canceled due to just these tremendous weather events that are so intelligent that they know how to throw bolts of lightning at just specific airlines that are enforcing a vaccine mandate on their employees. So bam, this lightning bolt, this weather event has struck American Airlines, and bam, this thundercloud has gotten in the way of takeoff for Southwest. It's simply tremendously remarkable how Delta hasn't been affected by this, how these weather events know exactly which airlines to target, and that everybody in the country, every airline, I should say, in the country isn't being impacted by these weather events. It's so amazing, the intelligence of our climate, the meteorology aspect, or the intelligence of meteorology, I guess, to know which airlines to attack. So as I'm traveling down here during this, I bring my baby, by the way, with me wherever I travel. She's my little travel buddy. She comes with me on these trips. And I sit in an aisle seat because I have to get up with her and we have to walk the aisle. And the woman who sat next to me on one of my flights here was, I'm not sure exactly how old she was, maybe 60 years old. She was telling me that she was coming to Orlando, Florida. She was going on a trip with her sisters, which I find to be very relatable because I have about 1 billion sisters. I have 3 sisters, and we like to converge from all corners of the country too and do we call them sistercations, which are obviously sister vacations. Well, she told me that she and her sister were traveling to Florida, but she has another sister. There are 3 of them, and that sister wasn't able to join them because she had just contracted COVID-19. So I responded to her and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that she recovers quickly. Is she very sick?" And this woman says, no, she's not very sick. If she didn't have the headache, she wouldn't even realize that she was sick at all. And I said, "Oh, well, that's great. I'm sincerely happy to hear that." And then she gets this very conspiratorial tone to me and she goes, "Yes, do you want to know where she got it?" And in cases like this, when you're obviously talking to someone who might be a nut, I like to pretend that I am Jim Halpert from The Office when Dwight proposes one of his crazy ideas. And I like to say, "Oh, absolutely. Tell me where she got this COVID." So apparently her sister's daughter-in-law had a baby shower that weekend, and the daughter-in-law's mother had COVID and exposed everyone to the virus, and that's the origin of how their family caught COVID. And the woman was at pains to tell me this. I'd never met her before in my life, didn't even know her name, still don't know her name. She was at pains to tell me this because the daughter-in-law's mother, who had been, patient 0 for their family, was unvaccinated. She was unvaccinated. And my response is, so? I mean, your sister was still vaccinated, but she got it. But I didn't say that because who wants to have that kind of uncomfortable plane ride? But this is the thing. This woman was acting like the unvaccinated woman that had transmitted, the unvaccinated mother of her daughter-in-law that had transmitted COVID to their family was, some sort of dirty character in their family tree that had simply ruined their sistercation.